Well, hello again everybody, once again. This one crops up from some recent sort of happenings in the world. I didn't know, don't know any of the people that were involved in it, but lately there's been reports of an accident that happened in this country that was pretty tragic, and that's all I'll say about that. But some of the sort of comments that have cropped up as a result of it seem to sort of, as is often the case, portray the bikers or the biker as probably being the one that was in the wrong, and that really does personally grate on me and irritate me to an intense degree. Having been on the receiving end of it myself once, many years ago, 42 years ago thereabouts actually, when I used to have a little Suzuki 200 X5 200cc two-stroke twin when I was 17. Lovely little bike, very nippy and great fun, and I was minding my own business, travelling home from visiting a friend one morning, and I came along on a reasonably quick sort of stretch of B road. I came up to where there's a slight drop in the road and a bit of a bend to the left. I wasn't doing anything foolish or stupid. I was just minding my own business, and if I'd have caught up with anything, even probably a tractor, I would have had time to brake and consider either slowing right down and staying put behind until I could get past, or once round the bend seeing if it was all clear and overtake. The only problem is what I came up behind was a car reversing towards me on my side of the road. I'm leaned over, going through the left-hand bend and coming down a drop, and I've got this boot of a car coming back towards me. So what did I do? I thought to myself, well, if I come up, pick the bike up to go around to pass the car on the right-hand side of it, I'm just going to go through the hedge on the opposite side of the road. So I try to pull the bike down even more and get on the grass and go inside of the car. The only problem being there was a great big hole in the grass and the front wheel of the bike went down it, and I apparently did a double forward somersault on that bike. All I knew about it, next thing was I woke up in the ambulance, and I thought I'd lost my front teeth. It turned out to be a blade of grass and some earth that had gone behind them that I bit because I had an open face helmet on as I went over on the bike. And anyway, I woke up in the ambulance and got carted off to hospital. Kept in overnight for observation because of possible head injuries, but I was alright, and I was discharged the following day. Great stuff, and the bike wasn't even too badly damaged as it happened. I think I had squashed handlebar mirror stalks and one dented silencer, if I remember, and some scuffs on the tailpiece behind the seat. No big deal. What really bothered me was a few days later there was a report in the local paper naming me a young motorcyclist who had had this accident on a stretch of road nearby where I lived, and no other vehicle was involved. Hang on a minute, no other vehicle was involved? They've got that wrong surely. So I decided what I would do is I would go and visit the police station, take the newspaper with me and see what they had to say about it. And I said, look, you know, I had this accident because a car was reversing towards me. If that car hadn't been there doing that, and if it had been anything else going forwards or possibly even stopped, I might have had a chance to avoid it. As it happens, I did avoid it, and this is the crux of the matter. You know what I was told? Well, you didn't actually hit the car, did you? And I said, well, no, I did manage to avoid it. Well, no other vehicle was involved then. That was the police sergeant told me that. And the newspaper, the little printed paragraph about me on the motorbike, just made out that I was yet another young hooligan on a motorbike, obviously going too fast and being irresponsible and reckless. No other vehicle was involved, but I managed to crash it. Yeah, I must be a complete bloody nutcase then, mustn't I? And it really grinds my gears, the amount of people who automatically assume that, oh, the biker, yeah, probably going too fast, probably dangerous. Have you seen them? They're bloody nutcases. Well, I'll just remind people that there are bloody nutcases everywhere in every walk of life, and plenty of them behind the wheel of a four-wheeled vehicle as well. Now, don't prejudge bikers. There are nutters probably, as there are in any other walk of life, as I've said. The majority of them don't want to get hurt, don't want to get killed, and don't want to inflict those things on other people either. So please, you people, and there's enough of you, you reporters and journalists and people who know next to nothing about bikes and bikers, don't just always assume that the person on a two-wheeler was in the wrong, because you'll find more often than not it wasn't their fault, it wasn't my fault. I could have punched whoever wrote that article's lights out about me, but they just assume, don't they? People assume, oh, the biker was in the wrong, yeah, they're all black sheep, they are. Now wake up, get a grip, you sort of people, and state the facts as they are, and if you don't know the facts, don't prejudge anybody. Wait until you know the facts. You might just find that it was the person in the car that was in the wrong, but for God's sakes, if a biker manages to avoid a car under those circumstances and not hit it, there's no other vehicle involved, so he must be a complete crackpot. Thanks for watching. That is genuinely from the heart, from a person who's experienced it, and it needs stamping out.